The old Volkswagen. I thought it was Kurt von Schnitzel that designed it.
Oh, no.
And now our first guest today is the man behind the classic comedy creation that was Keith Barrett in Marion and Jeff. Acclaimed, and he's back now with a new comedy for ITV, Director's Commentary. Here to tell us about it, we're delighted to welcome Rob Brydon. Good man.
Oh,
it's great to have you with us.
Keith
Terrific.
Barrett. Oh, Marion and Jeff.
Oh, thank you.
Gina, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but can we talk about your new show? That's,
Yes.
Straight after I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I watched it. Very, very funny. Director's Commentary.
Thank you.
For people who haven't seen it, explain the show a bit.
It's basically a spoof on the extras you get on a DVD. When you buy a DVD film, you'll get an extra section on it where you can listen to the director talking over the film. Quite often an American chap saying, well, in this scene, you see where Tom Cruise is putting the glass back down? It's actually half empty. If you look in the earlier scene, it was full. That's a mistake. I think, is that interesting? I don't know. So we thought that would be sort of ripe for a spoof. So I play a character called Peter Delane, who's a fruity English director. And he claims to have directed Bonanza, The Duchess of Duke Street, Mr. and Mrs., also The Bounder with Peter Bowles, all these shows. And he just shares his memories of them.
Wonderful. We're going to have a little look.
Flying.
And it's a love scene. It's a tender scene. And once again, look what old Delane is doing. I'm putting action foreground, light source background. Bloody great window. Look at those scissors. Look at those scissors. Huge scissors. I used to try and get a large pair of scissors into every show I ever did. If you ever get a chance to look at episode 4, season 2, Duchess of Duke Street, watch out for Kate O'Mara in the drawing room. Absolutely massive set. I mean, technically they're shears.
Faintly indecent somehow, talking about it.
Faintly indecent, there we are. That rings a bell. That's the title of the show I'm currently working on for Channel 5 with Denise Van Outen.
I'd forgotten that.
That's why we chose that bit. How did you choose which programmes you were going to do the commentary on?
Well, I was fond of Bonanza, you know, it's the great cowboy series Bonanza, which is so kind of slowly paced. You want stuff that's quite slow so that you can get in and make comments on it. Modern stuff is very fast, it cuts very quickly. So if you're saying, now look at that chap, oh, sorry, he's gone. You want something nice and slow, like Bonanza with Lauren Green, who's talking really slowly to you. So it was that, and also some stuff you can't clear. The pilot was upstairs, downstairs. Very funny pilot, and then we couldn't get the clearance on it.
Yeah. Expensive way of making television, actually, clips, because clips cost money.
Yes.
That's why you see very few on this show.
Yes.
Now, obviously, what we mentioned at the beginning, Marion and Jeff, the character Keith. I mean,
That was enormously...
Genius.
Would you have anticipated, in all modesty?
No,
The fuss.
because the first series of Marion and Jeff were 10-minuters. And 10-minute shows, by and large, don't make that much of an impact. And if it's a comedy, as Marion and Jeff was, you expect a few titters. But what happened with Marion and Jeff was because there was the dramatic side to it. It was quite a sad story. People got very involved with it, and I think that surprised them in the 10-minute show to become emotionally involved with it. For me, it's a joy, because I love playing Keith. I just love talking like that and seeing the bright... I mean, if he was here today, oh, it's absolutely mega. I can't believe it. It's like watching Terry and Gaby on the telly, but without the telly. I mean... And then Big Ben... I don't know whether to look at Big Ben or Big Tell. It's very difficult.
It's just such a wonderful...
I think we have just a small excerpt from that as well, if nobody minds looking at it, because just to refresh our memories.
Good morning, good morning. Bright and early. Another day, another dollar. My first pickup, please. I'll just drive around. 4-1. It's like that some days, you know, ease your way into the day. These sleeping policemen are a wonderful idea, but they're a pain in the blooming neck, I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm not against them. I would never say that. If they only save one life, then probably not very cost-effective.
You couldn't resist that.
And are we going to see more Keith in a new... am I right to think Keith's going to come into... He's got his own show now?
Yeah, what's happened is the BBC have put together a show all about relationships, a discussion show, a sort of Esther-style show, you know, thing that she used to do. And they've said, well, who could present it? And then what about that guy that got divorced and did his video diary? You know the way they bring reality people on now, like Jeremy Spake with Airport and stuff like that? And they said to Keith, would you like to present it? And he said, well, I've never presented a show. It sounds a bit of fun, you know. What's the worst thing that could happen? And the show is the worst thing that could happen.
That's a great idea.
Fantastic.
That's
now,
a great idea.
The other thing, obviously, as we've heard now in the past 5 minutes, you are just brilliant at different voices and accents, and you do impersonations on the whole thing.
Well, I can do a few,
anything.
yeah.
Do you do a lot of commercial voiceovers as well?
Yes, I do.
We won't mention them, of course, Keith, although there might be some extra money in it for you, if you don't mind.
But you do Ken Bruce, don't you?
Yes, which I've got to find. Hang on a minute, because I'm sitting near Terry, I start talking like that. But Ken Bruce is the pop master on the Ken Bruce Show, BBC Radio 2. Good morning, it's Beverly Craven with you now in the morning. And,
That's frighteningly
that's not
good.
easy to do, because he's a sort of mid-Scot.
That's right, yeah. So it's also quite a sort of posh Scottish voice. That
It
is.
is.
I'll be there, Terry will be there too, all the money raised for children in need. And here's Beverly Craven, woman to woman. Or as I like to think of it, girl on girl.
Now, also, just very quickly, am I right in thinking that you used to tap dance with Catherine Zeta-Jones?
No. I was at the same school. This has been made into such a big thing. I was at the same school as Catherine Zeta-Jones when she was about that high, and I was about that high.
Oh, I thought it was you and her in the bike
Yes,
shed.
and we had her on the
We thought
telephone,
it was
live
sex
from LA
involved
to
in it.
talk to you. Catherine, put the phone down. He says you were at, you weren't friends.
It's
so-
boring now.
No, but she was, even then, the thing about her was that it was like she had a little kind of glow all around her. She was a bit special, and she was always entering. People in Wales have known her for years, before the Darling Buds, because she was winning competitions, and she kind of had star written above her head, which was a difficult thing to do in those days. She had it on a little bit of paper.
Oh, it's tough.
With a little harness there. And people would say, what the hell is going on there? Who would be attracted to that? And there was Michael Douglas one day on the Johnny Carson show. I'm looking for a girl with a word above her head. Really, that's what I'd like, you know? I think I'd leave my wife for that. I really would.
Ladies
then,
and gentlemen,
it happens.
Rob Brydon!
Gonna stay there. Stay with us.
Look at that. He wants some of the food. Is there
Stay
any
with
reason
us.
they stay for the
There's
food?
a lump of duck in it for you.
Now, still to come, Mars explorer Colin Pillinger will be here to tell us if Beagle 2 is really gone forever, or if it has gone forever. See you in 2 ticks. That was bad grammar, wasn't it?
I just think it's a bit of a disgrace of a film, actually,
Okay.
because you just don't get to understand actually who Sylvia Plath was, or actually why she did kill herself.
Yeah.
It's very
And we're all
one-sided.
sitting here adoring it, and Rob and Terry going, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, just it's.
When are they going
forget
to
it.
do the Basil Brush movie?
Oh, if only.
Basil was a poet. And you all remember that? He said,
He was a
the boy
genius.
stood on the burning bridge, his leg was all a quiver. He gave a cough, his leg fell off, and floated down the river. I would go and see that. I would go and see that
You
film.
could play Basil.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
that'd be perfect, wouldn't
Wonderful.
it?
Emperor's New Clothes
Now, yes,
now.
Next one.
Emperor's New Clothes.
By looking at the atmosphere, you can tell whether life exists at the moment. There are gases in this room that tell you there are people here.
Can I ask a very silly question? It seems like it's light there. I always thought, I know this sounds really silly, I always thought in space it was dark. What is it? Why is it? You know, in Superman 2 when they land on the moon,
They probably won't.
it was pitch black. You couldn't see a thing.
That's because the moon only comes out at night.
Yeah, but actually, that does make sense.
Yes,
It
why-
isn't like that.
Look at the sun.
Mars has a day just like Earth.
It's a
In fact,
sun.
it's 37 minutes
I
longer.
didn't know that.
Oh, come on.
I didn't know that. I got 5 O levels, but space studies wasn't one of them.
Do you think that there is going to be a man on... Are we going to land on Mars?
Eventually, someone will, but
Bring these plates over.
Let's get a few sautéed potatoes
Get them.
on there
Did you
like
try
that.
Yes, it was delicious.
Hey, try a bit of skin there.
I love a bit of duck in the morning.
Oh, duck in the morning.
A lovely duck before I go on stage to sing, you know. I'm doing Tom Jones. I enjoy a duck, you know, before I go out to sing. I'll just say it again if you like.
No.
I enjoy a duck.
Terry, there's the duck on the top there. All we're going to do is
We've
pour,
heard that
strain
about
that
Tom
sauce
Jones.
all the way over the top. There we have a little connotation of duck aileron
That's
my
lovely.
way.
The skin
absolutely-
is very nice.
And there you go. Terry, I'm having that, or do you want that?
No, I'm having
Mr.
that.
Baker wants it.
You don't get to have a Paul Bloxham It's a triumph.
Right, get in.
Another triumph.
What you got there?
Do you want to try this one, guys?
Fantastic.
There we are.
Floppo?
Rob and Danny can try this one as well.
Is that right? They've downgraded
Oh,
you
get
from
off.
Class B to Class C this week. We're all right. You can't get
Join us
arrested now.
after the break when someone will win that 42 inches.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
Oh.
Plasma screen TV. See you after the break. Hello, welcome back. Are your tax returns in? Don't forget, 30th today. Paul Bloxham's recipes are available on the website 5.tv/Terry and Gaby.
What a wonderful little person you are. But now, time for one lucky viewer to win that DVD player DVD and 1,000 points in Smackers.
Earlier we showed you Hurley singing along to a song in his headphones. The lines have closed, but let's find out what the song was.
I know what the song
When I
is.
find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom.
Sure. Yes, indeed. That's what it was. Dame Vera Lynn and Sally, pride of our alley. Well done. From Newcastle, a proper Geordie, John Wilkinson.
Well done, John.
How are you, John?
Terry?
You're a great follower of Newcastle United, obviously.
I am afraid, yes.
Well, now your name is going into this hat along with all the others.
So you've won your £1,000
So you could
and
win
you've won the
this as well.
DVDs, but now you could win that
Good man,
42
John.
inches. Ah, yes. Okay, Rob Brydon, as Ronnie Corbett, could you please pick out one of the winners from this week? Find out who's won the screen.
Right, here we go. I hope I'm up to it. The winner is... I'm getting a word from the producer. The winner is Keely Allen from Nottingham.
Monday, winner.
Keely! Congratulations!
Oh my God, thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. And Ronnie Corbett announced your name.
How was
Actually-
it?
I can't believe it. Thank
or
you
even
so
Rob
much.
Brydon. In many ways, just a perfect person
Just
to.
a little bit
Listen,
taller.
many congratulations
No,
to
thank
you.
you so
Enjoy your
much. That's
screen.
lovely.
Thank you very much.
Good.
And obviously, you're all in there. Johnny, the people who were in it all week. A big thank you, Chris. All the people who were on our show today. Anita, there we go. And Andy, there we go. Rob Brydon, Colin Pillinger, Paul Bloxham, Emma Kennedy, Danny Baker. We'll see you on Monday with Gary Lineker. If you or your group would like to be in our studio audience, then all you have